Hi folks, you're watching the Skywatch Media News Channel, and here's what's happening for the end of October 2018. A series of unusual or unexplained planetary anomalies have surfaced in recent weeks from our solar system. The phenomena that is sparking the greatest attention comes from the planet Jupiter, where a NASA image reportedly shows a massive green object hovering over the giant gas planet, shown here as a tiny green speck. Now, if you look at this original capture from NASA, your first impression is that nothing unusual or extraordinary is visible here. Can you see the green object from this photo? But when you focus in on the object, as shown in this image, and then further magnify and enhance the object, it begins to show something unknown but quite large, situated just past the edge of the giant planet. This latter image has sparked a great deal of controversy among UFO enthusiasts across social media sites. Some are claiming that the image is irrefutable proof that highly advanced extraterrestrials are visiting the giant planet. Because Jupiter is a gas planet capable of releasing clouds of radiation, some people have speculated that any unidentified spacecraft or a probe hovering close to the planet would be subject to high doses of radiation, and therefore would have to emit some type of sophisticated energy field similar to Earth's magnetic field in order to suppress the ionized radiation that the planet Jupiter is emitting. There are many UFO hunters who desire much more than belief. They want to know that life outside of Earth exists beyond our solar system and well beyond our galaxy. But the anomaly that was captured by NASA imagery may have one or more logical explanations that do not fit the criteria for an unidentified object. Some experts suggest that the green UFO-like object spotted in the capture from Jupiter could be the result of an imaging sensor anomaly, similar to this one taken from a digital single-lens camera, which is showing a series of lines across the lens. They argue that reflection of high-energy particles hitting the sensors in sunlight might have caused this anomaly on Jupiter. But can this argument also explain the anomalies captured near the Sun, which almost resemble the green object seen near the planet Jupiter? Others may argue that the green anomaly is an aurora of Jupiter and nothing else. But is it? As NASA's space probe has shown, it would be extremely difficult for most, if not all, life forms to survive on Jupiter because of its harsh, uninhabitable environment. But for alien life to reside in the clouds of Jupiter is not an impossibility. The late Carl Sagan, who hosted a TV program titled Cosmos, A Personal Voyage, theorized that giant creatures larger than whales, called floaters, could stay buoyant in the clouds of Jupiter by pumping heavy gas from their interiors, surviving on organic molecules and producing their own sunlight. Now, it may sound like a sci-fi fantasy, but in the vastness of an unknown universe, anything is and has been proven to be possible. The green mass that appeared over Jupiter is thought-provoking, but it is not the only unexplained space phenomena that has been seen recently in our solar system. While gazing at the stars with a telescope on September the 11th, an amateur astronomer captured something very bizarre that was suddenly emanating from the planet Saturn. Out of nowhere, a set of laser beams began appearing, reaching out from the giant rings of the planet. What looked like huge red layers were extending out from the giant rings on either end of the planet, emanating deep into space. As with most anomalies of this nature, there will be much speculation to its origin, and some will never be convinced regarding its authenticity or whether it holds any significance about alien life in the universe. Instead, they will dismiss such images as rendering issues from the telescope or simply an image artifact. But some people are convinced that alien spacecraft is hiding in the rings of Saturn, just as they were certain that a large alien craft was hovering in the gas clouds of Jupiter. Is it possible that they may be right? One of NASA's top engineers believes so. He claims that alien spacecraft is lurking in the rings of Saturn. Dr. Norman Berggren, a highly respected engineer who worked at NASA's Ames Research Center, made that claim. And he even elaborated further on the subject. In the full context of his statement, he said that living alien UFO spaceships are using the rings of Saturn as a hiding spot, and that they are proliferating at an alarming rate. Therefore, authorities should maintain a watchful eye on the solar system. He added that the rings have become so compact with UFOs that they are now starting to gather around the likes of Jupiter and Neptune. Could his statement possibly explain the odd anomalies that were captured from Jupiter and from the planet Saturn? On October 18th, the Mars Express orbiter captured an image of a long white trail of ash or dust from the surface of the red planet. The trail was emanating from the location of Arcia Mons, a large Martian volcano that was thought to be inactive. According to experts in the field of volcanic study, the image is not actually showing a volcanic eruption, but rather it is showing clouds of water ice condensing on its summit, much like the mountains on Earth that can produce the same type of phenomena. Here on Earth, the night sky suddenly turned a deep red along the Lofoten archipelago of northern Norway, located within the Arctic Circle, where an athletic team were astonished by an aurora that turned red in a previously unseen spectacle. Normally, auroras in this region are visible in the green color, often with ripping or twisting motions. So in order to turn a brilliant red, it would require a rare but sudden blast of extreme energy from the sun or from deep space. The light from the aurora can be seen stretching up hundreds of kilometers into the atmosphere, which means that the light is being produced from greater altitudes in rings that are located around the poles. This infers that the rings around the poles may actually be expanding and widening to allow for the visibility of the unusual red auroras from lower latitudes. And it also suggests that more energy is hitting the magnetic field to drive this rare auroral process. The red auroras that are appearing from the Arctic are said to be a rare occurrence, but images captured by the International Space Station indicate that they are happening more frequently. Therefore, from a scientific viewpoint, these images make for a compelling argument that our atmosphere is changing in unimaginable ways. With every anomaly that occurs, whether on Earth or from the cosmos, there will be some observations that can be easily identified and explained in rather simple terms. But sometimes, as in the case of Jupiter and Saturn, there will be unusual things that appear that defy any rational explanation. They will fall into the category of unexplained phenomena. These are the events that may never be fully known or understood. And that's why it is left to you, the viewer to determine what is real and what isn't, and to rely more on your natural internal instincts to guide you in your journey for truth and a better understanding of the universe and the mysteries that it holds. Thanks for watching.